Hey, what's up, guys? Coming to you from the the Dakota. I love my little old truck, but that's made me start thinking about this process and this saying that I have for myself, and that's stay down till you come up. You know, I can very much so afford a newer vehicle. I can go buy a brand new 2024 whatever I want, but I don't. I remember trying to, I thought about this today. I remember asking this girl out, and she laughed at me when I was in a parking lot and I asked her out, and she laughed at me when she saw my truck. And I didn't want to go out with her anyway after that, and I wasn't about to sit there and tell her about my personal financial life, But things like that I reflect on, and it just keeps me pushing forward. It just reminds me why I'm doing the things I'm doing for myself, why I stay single, why, I don't want to say alone, because I don't feel like I'm alone, but, or lonely. People are like, aren't you lonely? I'm not lonely at all, man. I am so into myself and the direction that I'm trying to go. I got a destination in mind, and I'm trying to get there. And I always have this saying, and I tell myself, stay down till you come up. Whenever I'm thinking of buying a big purchase or buying, I'm like, man, I'm gonna go buy a new truck, or I'm gonna go do this, or I want to buy a new watch, or I want this, because I look at watches, I look at cars, I look at these things, and I'm like, I'm gonna go buy this. I got the money, I'm gonna go buy this. I'm not buying that shit. Stay down till you come up. And I remember that so much, and every time I feel spontaneous to make those spontaneous spending moves, those spontaneous moves where you just go out and buy something and then you get buyer's remorse. I always say that, so I wanted to share that with you, and you are more than welcome to use that and use that for yourself, for your family. Stay down till you come up, or stay down till we come up. And what I mean by that is, let's say you've been working really hard. Let's say you've been working really, really hard, saving money, doing what you got to do for yourself and your family. And goodness, I wasn't expecting all that. But let's say you've been doing what you got to do for yourself and your family. You've been working really hard, building up your financial future, your base. You've got your basic survival. Everything. You've done everything that you're supposed to do. And now you're in a position to where it's, I know the shiny things are coming at you. I know that you're looking at watches and jewelry and cars especially. Don't do it. Stay down till you come up. Don't go buy that crap. If you've put yourself and if you've done the work, then you need to go and look at legit things that are going to give you a return on your investment. You can go, I know real estate is so overhyped. I mean, but that is one of them. And that's something that I know I like to think people understand it, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of people don't understand it. Real estate is just, it's an oversaturated market. But with the mindset of stay down till you come up, real estate is probably the best investment. But, and I say that with a heavy but, I'll put it to you like this. If I was sitting on $40,000 cash, I'd only be looking for $80,000 to $100,000 homes. And I might even live, there's not a might about it. I would move myself into it, fix the problems with it, and then turn around and resell it within 24 months to, if I was on that type of come up, turn around and resell it within 24 months for, a higher value, take my profits and move into something else. I've even thought of buying, maybe a $500,000 home that's unfinished. You could find these. You could find these homes unfinished. If you have that type of money saved for a down payment. I've thought about buying, a $250,000, $500,000 home that's unfinished or that's older and needs some work, and moving into the garage and fixing the inside, reselling it, and going. That way I don't have to worry about anything. And when I say fixing it, I will do the demo, but I do not do construction work. I have a background in that, but not good enough to where I'd want to be doing somebody's home repairs. And so I wouldn't do that. I would just live in the garage and hire a contractor to come in and redo the inside. So if you have any bit of money, you got any bit of wherewithal, and you're just about that life, because I really am. I'm not talking shit. I really am. Go for it. freaking go for it. Go do it. Do what you got to do, because that will fast track you, man. Say you got $30,000 and you go drop all your money on a house, say a 3-bedroom home that's, you know, priced at $150, and you drop the $30,000 down for a down payment on that home, and you know, go live in the garage, go live in the backyard. I'm being so serious. I'm not exaggerating this. I'm trying to get you to a great position in life, a great financial position in life. Go live in the garage. Go live in the backyard if that's what you need to do. Live in 1 bedroom and remodel the rest of the house. Maybe you secure the home this year. Maybe we go into 2025 and you secure that home in the beginning of 2025 and you move in it. And then you go back to work, your normal job as you always have, and you sit there and you either save your money or you start spending your money little by little to remodel the house, and then you sell that house by 2026. Very possible, very doable. And anybody laughing at that or thinking that's stupid, I need you to understand my mindset. When my grandparents passed away, they had a 200-acre farm. They built their garage. It was all paid for, debt-free. There's a long backstory to that. But they built their garage first and lived in their garage, and then they built the rest of their home. So my mother was raised in a big open garage. That's what it is, a 2-car garage. As I grew up, they parked their tractors and lawnmowers in it. But as my mother was being raised, she spent about the first 8 years of her life being raised in a big 2-car garage, a block building. My grandparents lived in that block building with a wood-burning stove and 1 sink, and they raised 2 girls in that till they were about 8 years old. And as they worked on building the rest of their home, I mean, it's beautiful. It's still standing today. A beautiful home. Big old 3-bedroom home, dining room, basement, the whole wop. You know, you had your den, your family room. I mean, my grandmother and grandfather built it the way they wanted it, and they built it to last. Nothing cheap about it. Wood burning stoves in the basement and upstairs. Beautiful place. You know, so that's my mindset. That's the types of people that I was raised around. That's where I come from, a very Great Depression era family. So I was given all these rules about money as a kid. Don't borrow money. Don't do this. Don't do that. Yes, I understand how to leverage debt. Yeah, I completely understand how to leverage debt. I'm not leveraging any right now. I will be here soon in the next future, or in the near future, but I'm not doing anything right now. I'm really waiting to see what goes on with the election. I'm waiting to see what goes on with interest rates and so on and so on. So I'm just kind of holding back, stacking cash, working, living my daily life. But I do not have a scarcity mindset. I have a plentiful mindset, but I need to execute on the right moves. I don't want to just go out here aimlessly throwing money at shit that I have no idea what I'm doing. If you don't understand it, don't invest in it. And I can't stress that enough. If somebody tries to get you involved in their business or their field or this or that, don't invest in it. That's why I don't invest in Bitcoin. It's not the fact that I don't really understand it, but there are things that I don't understand about it. I don't understand how to secure it. I don't understand how to keep somebody from stealing it from me, so on and so on. So I will never invest in it. And you can jump in the comments and try and explain all you want to about it to me, but I'm never going to put my money into it. It's because I don't understand it. I understand what Bitcoin is. I understand the blockchain and Ethereum. I understand that. But I don't understand how to protect myself in that world, so I don't fool with it. Never invest or put your money into anything that you do not fully understand. The only thing that I understand are hard-standing businesses. I understand marketing. I understand real estate. I understand the stock market. Those are things that I completely, fully understand. I understand gold, silver, land, property. I understand hard, tangible assets. I'm not saying Bitcoin, Ethereum, the blockchain are not good things to have. I'm not saying that at all. And I do believe they're going to be the future. Not right now. I'll probably be dead and gone by the time they're the future. They're not going to hit the future for the next 30, 40 years, probably. Bitcoin is not going to be the future in the next decade. If it is, we went to war. To put it to you like that. If Bitcoin is the future in the next decade, we went to war. We went to a major war. So just let that sink in for everybody that's screaming Bitcoin in the future. If you're going to change a country's currency that fast, some bad shit happened. That's just the truth. Something happened to where it went to everything was flying okay, and it went to zero. It crashed, it bottomed out to zero. And now they're like, hey, we need something, give them this. Something bad happened for you to change a currency that quick. So, you know, people need to understand that. So it is not going to be the currency of the world in the next 5 years or 10 years. It's not. You're talking 30, 40. The reason that it's not going to be the currency is because the government's still trying to work the kinks out. They're not going to allow you to have anything that they can't control. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. They're not going to allow you to have anything that you cannot control. That they cannot control. If they cannot control it, they cannot tax it, they cannot take it from you when you do wrong, bad boy. If they can't do that, then their asses are not going to let you have it. You didn't listen to Big Brother, they're going to slap you on the wrist and come and take whatever you want, or come and take whatever they want. So that's my theory on Bitcoin. I do believe in it. I think it's great. I would tell anybody, if you fully understand it, to invest in it, but I do not, so I don't. So, and you know, don't even worry about coming for me in the comments, because man, I'm just not going to. It's not for me. I'm a gold, silver guy. I've already explained this to you guys. I'm commodities. They're never going to go anywhere. Yeah, I know gold and silver doesn't do anything, blah, blah, blah. I completely understand. They don't, but they're not for me right now. They're for me when I'm old. Okay? I wake up 65, I would love to know that I got $100,000 worth of silver sitting there. So when times get hard, I can go drop, give me, right now, Silver Eagle, I don't know what it is. I haven't looked at it in a while. It's probably 28 bucks or something. We'll say $30 for math purposes. When I turn 65, God, Silver Eagle is probably worth $75. So it's like, hey, I turn one in. You get what I'm saying? That's why I buy that. That is kind of my retirement plan. Not so much, but it's one of my investments. So, again, man, stay down till you come up. Don't let the shiny things get you. Don't jump out here and think you're going to go buy cars and this and that. Don't do that. Get yourself to a good financial position, a good foundation, and start looking at making a move into real estate, making a move into business ownership. If you're wanting to be business savvy, then there's a lot. It's highly likely. If you have a family, these things kind of hinder you having a family. I'm getting to the point to where my kids are older and I'm not married, so it makes me be able to move a little bit freer. But and there's nothing wrong with having a family. I'm not knocking you for that at all. But I'm just sitting there saying that you might have to make certain sacrifices with yourself and your family to be able to get there further along. Your kids may not understand it right now, but you might have to make a sacrifice to where you're like, hey, tell your wife, like, hey, we're moving into this, 3-bedroom house. We're going to remodel it and flip it and get it gone. And we're going to make some money, and we're going to start building this brand for us and our kids. If that's something, like I'm looking at a business right now, it's got 3 units on it. It's shut down. It's old. If you went and dropped $50,000 into that right now, you'd put life back into that building. So you take that building, it's got 3 units on it. I don't know what they look like. I'm sure each one of them's got a small bathroom and a sink in it. You take that, and as a single man, go live in one of those, get the other 2 up and coming, or take a hotel. You guys see the freaking motels all over the place. Those freaking motels that nobody wants, or shut down, closed down. They got 50 doors on them. Go grab one of those, man. Live in one and start remodeling the rest. Get what I'm saying? It might take you 2 years to finish it, but now you got turn it into a mini apartments, a little mini mo or something. Turn it into something like that, and now you got freaking 50 units right there. You're renting out cable and internet, $1,000 a month. Got you a little kitchenette inside, 1-bedroom units, $1,000 a month with free cable and internet. You know what I mean? It's a no-brainer, man, if you got the money to put in for the, the foundation, but you got to get the foundation first. So it's very possible that if you're going the business route over the real estate route, which yes, they are both businesses, but if you're going the business route, then it's very possible that you're going to have to live in that business. Anybody that developed great wealth for themselves slept at their business in the beginning. I mean, you guys have seen it. Look at the freaking pictures and videos of Jeff Bezos at his office. You guys have seen those old pictures. If you haven't, you need to start looking at those things and realizing these people were not born with silver spoons in their mouth. They didn't have their food handed to them, everything on a freaking silver platter. Bezos slept in his office and did what he had to do. Regardless what you think about Bill Gates, he was there in that garage every day, all day, doing what he had to do to get to where he wanted to be. Dan Pena, before he started his oil company, slept in his office. Elon Musk slept in, even right now, Elon Musk sleeps on the floor at Tesla, at SpaceX. He slept on the floor at freaking Twitter. He said in his book, he said, I slept on the floor at every company. I figured I'd sleep on the floor at Twitter or X. And he did. He slept on the floor until it took off. That's the level of dedication you have to have for this. It is possible. I said yesterday, if you're even listening to me and consuming my content, you're already ahead of the game, especially for you young guys. Because look, I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not jumping on here and giving you a bunch of fluff, invest with me and do this and do that. No, dude, I'm telling you it is hard. I'm telling you, man, this is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. It will make you almost crazy. It will make you insane. And that's another last thing, and I'm going to touch on it deeper at some point. I will go back though and say that this will mess with you mentally. Because you will watch people out there just free spending, going on vacations, doing this, doing that, and the whole time all you're doing is grinding, man. All you're doing is grinding, and it does hurt. It is hard. I mean, I've had relationships end. I've had people I really cared about walk away from me. I've had girls that I really liked, think I was a loser because I'm not out here spending money. And I'm serious. I can't even stress it enough. I've had women that I really liked that I was dating act like I was just the biggest loser because I drive a 20-year-old truck and I'm just doing me until I get to where I'm going. I'm really staying down till I come up because I don't want it to be fake. I want it to be real. When I get there, I want it to be real. I want to really have it. I've had people that I really cared about, that I really was attracted to, that I would have really stayed with, leave me because that I wasn't willing to spend massive amounts of money on stupid things. And it's fine because, I see where I'm going. If I was being a real loser and just didn't have anything, that'd be a different story. But I'm not being that, and I'm not lying to you guys about who I am and what I'm doing. And I need you to really understand to stay down till you come up. If you're consuming my stuff, then you're already ahead of the game because there's no fluff in this. It's hard, man. It's hard. There have been days where I wanted to cry. It almost makes you a tad bit suicidal. It makes you it makes you crazy because there have been days when it is really hard. It will drain your energy. You will be pissed. You would just be like, the world comes crumbling down on you. It's not easy. It's not easy. And that's going to lead me into another topic of you probably are a high performance person. Being a high performance person, most people only want to associate that with athletes. It had athleticism, sure, a lot. Those people are high performance. Yes, they are. But nobody ever considers the CEO, the founder, the businessman to be high performance. You are probably a high performance person and you run on pure energy and adrenaline, caffeine, nicotine. You're doing what you got to do and you're moving forward. You got a vision and you're executing. That is the freaking anatomy. That is the DNA of a high performance person. And so if you ever find yourself feeling down, feeling depressed, feeling whatever, man, start working out. Hit the gym. If you don't want to hit the gym, if you find that to be a waste of time, start running, start walking, start push-ups, sit-ups, do what you got to do for you. Because to be honest with you, there's no point in chasing money and chasing wealth if you're not fixing your health. If you're not willing to fix your health, what's the point of getting rich so you can die young? You feel me? What's the point of getting rich so you can die young? You got to take your health serious. You got to get it under control. You got to focus on your freaking mental health, your physical health, financial health. All of it. You got to really take those things serious. So anyways, man, I pulled up to my destination. I just wanted to make sure that I got out here and, those things are just little topics that I thought of. And I just wanted to make sure that I shared them with you guys. So, hopefully everything worked out all right. You could hear me all right. I have no microphone or anything with me. It's just me in the truck. So Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys have it. If you got any value out of this video, hit that like button, leave me a comment. All right, you guys take care. Have a good night.